Ready to go. With Jussier Formiga, number 4 in the world at present, taking on Ben Nguyen, who is ranked number 8 in the world. Ben Nguyen, born in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but fighting out of Brisbane, Australia. Both fighters 5 foot 5 inches tall. Both fighters making the 126-pound limit. Jussier Formiga will have a reach advantage of 2 inches. All right, with that, for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Perth Arena in Perth, Western Australia for UFC 221, Romero versus Rockhold. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 17 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Brisbane, Australia, presenting the number 8 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Ben 10 Nguyen. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 20 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Fighting out of Natal, Brazil, presenting the number 4 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Jussier Formiga! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Peter Hickbott.
Peter Hickbott, our referee. I think Buffer likes saying that, Jussier Formiga. I'm not exactly sure. Christy Pearson, after her husband just won a fight on UFC Fight Pass. Jussier Formiga.
Ben, you good? Jussier, you good? Let's go.
Still trying to chase down that elusive first UFC Flyweight title shot. A win over Ben Nguyen tonight would certainly help towards that end. Formiga in yellow, Ben Nguyen is in white.
And the problem with Formiga has been consistency. He hasn't won back-to-back fights since 2014. Had some great performances, but he needs to string together the wins to get the title shot.
Formiga started judo at 8 years old to channel his childhood energy, went on to have great success and become a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. And when he entered the UFC, he was the consensus #1 flyweight in the world.
Yeah, a lot of hype behind him. He's done well. He's yet to really live up to that, get the title shot. It's been an up and down road so far in the UFC.
9 submission wins for Formiga, 11 other wins on points. Ben Nguyen slips out, about a minute gone by in this one.
Ben Nguyen, for his part, has had excellent streaks, good performances, but doesn't have the name recognition in his opponents. That's what he's looking for tonight.
Right. Ben Nguyen initially was put into Taekwondo after being bullied in middle school. And shortly after turning 18, MMA was the natural progression for him and made that aforementioned pro debut.
You see Nguyen, even though he's taking on a guy with great judo, great takedown, great jiu-jitsu, he has no issue getting chest to chest, working the clinch game. No fear yet.
The majority of Ben Nguyen's wins have come by way of knockout, 9 by knockout or TKO, another 5 by submission. But a lot of people were interested to see how he would approach this fight because of Formiga's danger on the ground. We know Ben Nguyen loves a good scramble.
He doesn't want to be on bottom. He doesn't want to be the one trying to play guard against a superior grappler. Talk about his scrambling ability, but a lot of vulnerability and danger in those scrambling positions. And that was great how you handled Nguyen's wins. I was wondering how you, that was great.
Well,
that was fantastic.
It is early. It is early in the morning. A couple minutes gone by here in this first round. 2 guys who haven't had a shot at the UFC Flyweight champion, Demetrius Johnson. So, given that fact, a lot of intrigue for this one.
Good right hand.
Nicely done on the counter by Formiga. We have seen him make appreciable strides when it comes to his striking. We talk a lot about his jiu-jitsu, his back takes, rightfully so, but this is a much improved striker. Has spent some time at American Top Team. Long time Nova União staple Jussier Formiga with a takedown attempt here. Nguyen showing off some pretty good strength to stay upright.
Nice. Beautiful job with the outside trip right into side control. It's exactly where Nguyen didn't want to be. One thing about having a champion as dominant as Mighty Mouse has been is there's a lot of room for new blood. He goes through a lot of guys, not a lot of rematches. Good performance here. You can get on that short list.
Yeah. Still plenty of time with which to work here in round one as Formiga has Ben Nguyen flattened out.
You talk about the scrambles of Nguyen. He's being very patient here. Elbows in, hands together, trying not to give Formiga any opportunities to mount or improve position. Look at that beautiful step over into full mount. Great stuff. Now with a minute 20 left, look for Formiga to settle down and get his offense going, be it the ground and pound or the submission. It all starts with the hips, and he's got him locked up well.
Formiga continuing to maintain the mount on Ben Nguyen here for Jussier. 6 of his last 10 wins have come by submission.
Look at where the hips are sitting. Usually low, you're going for ground and pound or chokes. You start walking it up, that's when you start thinking about arms. He's staying very low with the mount. That's a key to what your opponent's going to do with his offense, is where his hips are. Staying very low with the mount.
Both fighters similar in terms of their overall pro experience, but a decided advantage in terms of the level of competition for Jussier. Formiga has been in there with the likes of John Dodson, Joseph Benavidez, Ian McCall outside the UFC. And this is a good look for him here towards the end of round one.
Yeah, exactly. And also finishing the round strong. You see Ben Nguyen trying to push the hips off, but it's not going to work when a guy is really tight with that low mount. Have to add a lot more movement in there.
So Formiga secures a takedown with about 2 minutes to go in the round and is able to control Ben Nguyen for the rest of the round. Second round yours after this. On right now. Second round, Jussier, Formiga, Ben Nguyen. In terms of adjustments on the Nguyen side, anything that you'd be looking at?
Stay at range and counterpunch. Oh, don't get in a clinch with this guy and get taken down again. Has to control the range. At the end of the round, fully mounted, there are two things to take away from that if you're Nguyen. First off, man, this guy feels heavy. You get a respect for a guy's positional ability when you're stuck like that. But number two, he didn't submit me. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Didn't really land any ground and pound. You're okay going back to the corner after the round.
Looks like a pretty significant cut all of a sudden on the hairline of Jussier Formiga. Not exactly sure what caused it. We'll let you know as soon as we do. Ben Nguyen, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt against the black belt Jussier Formiga.
The interesting thing to think about at the end of round one is Nguyen didn't make any drastic tactical mistakes, but still got mounted. I mean, he showed real skills, but beautiful transition to mount.
And I think Ben Nguyen feels as though almost against anybody else in this division, if he gets mounted, he can get them off of him. I'm being told it was an elbow right on the hairline. That is a nasty cut, and the accompanying blood that Jussier Formiga must now deal with.
It's not in a fight-stopping area. It isn't near the eyelid or anything like that, but blood is going to flow into both eyes. That's bad. And also, as a judge, it's hard to not score blood.
Encouraging sign for Nguyen to escape out of danger there. About 3 minutes to go here in this second round. Two of the top 8 flyweights in the world on display here in Perth, Western Australia. This arena packed to the rafters already. It is just after 9 a.m. local time. Spinning attack lands clean for Formiga.
What I'm wondering about though is if there'll be any urgency to the attack of Formiga now that he's cut, now that he's, he has blood flowing into both eyes. Will he step up his attack either with the takedown or on the feet?
Yeah. Pretty good level change, but nice awareness from Ben Nguyen to stay upright. Formiga seems largely unfazed by all of the blood. Not becoming too much of a factor in that right eye yet.
Nice reaction to the kick. Beautiful instincts to go right for the takedown off that.
And this happening around the same time that Nguyen got planted in that first round. Let's see if he can get back to his feet.
Here's what the strategy will be. Opened his guard for a second like he wanted to push away and stand up. And look at that, Formiga stepping right over the leg. Beautiful transition to half guard. Nice pass. Just like before, Nguyen staying tight, elbows in, not making any glaring mistakes, but Formiga, a lot of pressure with the hips in this half guard pass.
And you got to think a lot of Nguyen's preparation was rooted in these type of situations, but Formiga's not.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Ben Nguyen, coachable guy, looking to his corner for some advice.
So far, Formiga making jiu-jitsu choices, and what I mean by that is he's not sitting up trying to get space for ground and pound. He's looking to pass to full mount, not thinking about doing damage, thinking about position, and he lost it.
Well, that could potentially be big for Ben Nguyen as he gets back to his feet with over a minute to play here in this second round.
Defense is great. Getting out of positions is wonderful. He has to mount his own offense.
Sure.
Hasn't really been able to do that much. He's coming right hand over the top off that kick. He's reacted well to the kick with the takedown and the right hand. Been able to read him so far.
Nguyen able to split the guard there with the right hand. Not a ton behind it, but it landed. Nguyen has landed 3 times as many significant strikes as Formiga. Slight advantage in terms of the total strikes for the Brazilian.
He's tried that spinning move a few times. A lot of confidence with it. I think he knows that Nguyen's not going to go for the takedown unless he absolutely has to.
Final seconds of the second round, and it looks like we got an eye poke to the right eye of Ben Nguyen. Peter Hickmott, our referee, all over it.
Swinging left-handed. Just got the eye a bit. It's okay. It's all good, just wide left hand. It's all good.
Take a look at that right hand, and that finger goes right into the eyes.
Good.
Just in case you didn't believe the first one, look at that. Oh, man, fingers right in the eyes. It's always a tough replay to watch.
And this second round is about to expire. We'll see. The cut man, Rob Monroe, doing a nice job. That cut actually on the head of Jussier Formiga, several inches up his hairline. So pretty good spot if you are to have one.
Yeah, the only issue is when it bleeds, it tends to run into both eyes, not just one.
Yeah.
Nguyen's corner talking about now it's time to take over. You've seen what he can do on the ground. You're still here. Unload that offense, because that's what's been missing from Nguyen's game plan so far.
Well, what you like about a fight like this and the stakes, you sort of feel like if either of these guys are going to fight for the UFC Flyweight Championship, this is one they gotta have. So
yeah, it's not just a matter of sneaking out there with a win. You want to show what you can do if you want that title fight. You want to be able to show that I can finish somebody, I can have a spectacular performance. A very close fight. Nguyen has to go out there and show what he's got. Because Formiga has gotten those takedowns and that top control exactly when he's needed it in the round. He's finished strong. See if he can keep doing it. Nguyen can somehow come back. Put him on his butt.
Formiga's last appearance, a win by rear naked choke. His 7th rear naked choke against Lucas Sasaki. That was September of 2017. So tonight Formiga trying to make it 3 wins in his last 4. Oh! Spinning back fist from Formiga. Nguyen in recovery mode here, Jimmy.
I don't think he can recover. It's rear naked choke again. It's deep. This is done, my friend.
Formiga trying to close the show here. Ben Nguyen's gonna go to sleep. Jussier Formiga Are you kidding me?
Just when we were talking about dramatic performances, stunning finishes, he gets one on the ground, a knockdown, and then a rear naked choke finish.
An enormous result for Jussier Formiga on the road tonight. Let us get you the move of the fight. Sponsored by Metro PCS, bringing you closer than ever to the UFC, putting knockout coverage in your hands by covering 99% of people in the US.
He had tried some spinning kicks before, but look at it here. This spinning back fist, bang! Forearm colliding on the jaw of Nguyen. I think he could have gotten the TKO right here, but he went for the hooks. Bang! Spinning back fist, beautiful timing, beautiful accuracy. If Formiga is on your back and you have your wits about you, you're in trouble. Nguyen, as soon as those hooks were in, it was a matter of, well, how do I want to finish? Ground and pound, a rear naked. The jiu-jitsu specialist chose the rear naked choke. Nguyen did everything he could. But right here, watch the arms. They go limp. He is out. Beautiful finish by Formiga.
Well, and if you know Ben Nguyen, he is certainly not the tapping type, but Jussier Formiga maximizing the moment tonight, taking on a fellow top 10 fighter and disposing of Ben Nguyen properly. We will talk to Jussier Formiga and get you the official decision after this. Off and running from Perth, Western Australia, in the state capital. All right, now we turn it over to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Peter Hickmott has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 43 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Jussier Formiga!